Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Sabrina binti Zakaria. So today I will explain about the executive summary of our studies. So basically, as we all know, there are 900 and 7,065 establishment of SME in Malaysia. So small and medium-sized enterprises have played a significant role in promoting development, employment and income, and have been essential to Malaysia's economic transitions process. So according to the data issued by the Malaysian Department of Statistics, SME contribution to total GDP grew to 38.9% in 2019 from 38.3% in 2018. This has highlighted the significance of SMEs as the cornerstone of the Malaysian economy, so providing employment and possibilities for growth. So in addition, with the establishment of the SME in Malaysia, it has contributed 17.3% on export, which it has increased 3.5% annual growth of SME on export on 2018, and it also has given 66.2% SME employment to the people in Malaysia. However, few studies examine their development, challenges and future prospects. In the progress of development of small and medium enterprises, there will definitely will be some shortcoming or issue that occur, and we will discuss and examine the issue and the finding of the development of small medium enterprise after this, which my friends. So the COVID-19 pandemic is an unexpected worldwide occurrence that has thrown the economy into disarray and essentially interrupted commerce. So it has impacted the majority of business, particularly small and medium-sized enterprises, which account for 98.5% of Malaysian business. So budgeting and expenditure policy must be revised to cut expenses and save time and resources. SMEs must consider adopting new technologies, digitizing and adopting e-commerce solution to proactively build a digital strategy to bring transformative change to their business and satisfy the requirement of the consumer. SME must recognize the benefit of technological adoption for their business. So to overcome talent gaps, perceived costs, and the risk of change. So SME needs to be strengthened to enhance foreign direct investment, which is new policy must be adopted with SMEs at the forefront to function as driver for economic and employment growth. Therefore, with the connection that has been done by the government and other countries, it could expand and improve the SMEs operation, connection and production network, allowing SMEs to contribute to trade and investment flow. It will also be a good idea to encourage and enable more collaboration and participation among SME in Malaysia and the other country also. So therefore, the existence of the SME must be taken care and be improved by the government, because SMEs is one of the assets that can improve the national economy.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Amira Hafiza binti Muhammad Nizam. First of all, small and medium-sized business or SME are entities with sales, assets or employees that fall below a specific threshold. A small and medium-sized firm is also defined differently in each nation. In Malaysia, definitions of SMEs will be based on two criteria for greater coverage and applicability, which is based from number of employees and annual sales turnover. The definitions of SMEs will be applied for the following sectors, which is primary agriculture, manufacturing that including agro-based, manufacturing that related with service or known as MRS, and services like ICT. There are the list of authorized SME definition that is not inclusive, and the National SME Development Council may alter or expand it from time to time to reflect changes in operating and business situations. As for the first one, SME based on the general definition of primary agriculture can be defined as one business with less than 50 full-time employees and with annual sales turnover of less than 5 million, And the general definition for small medium enterprise in manufacturing that includes the agrobusiness and manufacturing related service, which is MRS just now, is defined as an entity with less than 150 full-time employees and with annual sales turnover of less than 25 million. And last but not least, a small medium enterprise in the service sector is defined as one with less than 50 full-time workers and annual sales turnover of less than 5 million, which is same with the primary agriculture sectors. There are certain size requirements must be made, and the industry in which the entity works may also be considered modest and medium-sized business play a significant role in the economy. Despite their small size, they outnumber the major corporations by a considerable margin, employ a big workforce, and usually entrepreneurial in nature, contributing to the shaping of innovation. Moreover, the government frequently provide incentives such as preferential tax treatment and easier access to financing in order for them to assist the business keep operating. Being a small or medium-sized company or SME is not always simple. These businesses have a hard time attracting financing to support their ventures, and they also frequently have trouble paying taxes and complying with legal requirements. For instance, the government also could offer education courses that prepare small and middle-sized business owners on how to develop and survive their operations, as well as specific audit programs that target high-risk sectors and improve tax compliance. So for the first issue is small and medium-sized enterprise or SME marketing is lower compared to the large enterprise companies. This can be explained by the enlargement of the product or business is depending on the marketing. Bigger marketing done, bigger the chance of the product to be known or recognized by the people. This show that marketing is one of the important matters which influence the expanding and sale of the product. In SME, the traders are lack of money, so that they do not have the ability to pay thousand amount ringgit just for the marketing purpose. Compared to the huge company, they have a huge amount of capital that allows them to do marketing in a large term. The marketing will be affecting the rate sale of the product, and the people will buy things that they know well. This will cause that the product from SMEs should compete with many international brandings. Not only that, the level of SMEs that involving in the business digitization is still low, and the report from SME Corporation or SME Corp has emphasized the involvement of SMEs to information and communication technology. SME is one of the important matters that contribute to the economic growth of a country, which is it covers around 91% of economic condition. The technology and internet are not only increasing the productivity but also increasing the quality and increase the competency among the entrepreneurship. The digital marketing has grown exponentially since 1990s and around 2000, which has facing change in the way for branding and business. That digital marketing has become an efficient method when the gadget has become one way for people buying products through online without going to the store. The SME will not able to compete with other international brands when the level of SMEs entrepreneurship is that involved in digital marketing is still low. And according to Bank Negara Malaysia (BNM), the digital adoption among SMEs is lag behind compared to the larger enterprise, which only 1 out of 3 business has implemented using the digital adoption in Malaysia, where there is a fewer business that having a website in Malaysia compared to the other countries worldwide. And not only that, the SME is contributing in providing the employment opportunities, which employs around 65% of the total workforce in Malaysia.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Nurul Ayunabilah binti Borhan. I will continue explain second issue, which is the impact of economy during COVID-19 pandemic to SME. The economy activities is slowing down during the pandemic COVID-19. There are many action taken by the government of Malaysia in order to curb the spread of COVID-19 that spread among the society in Malaysia. The case of COVID-19 among the society has been in the worried level, which has made the government of Malaysia has taken an action by implementing the Movement Control Order (MCO), which is the first phase of the MCO is being implemented on 18 March 2020. The implementation of MCO will give impact to the economic activities of SMEs since they are in the instruction to the entrepreneur who are not involving in the food supply to close their premise or business during the MCO. This will affect the SME entrepreneur which they had to bear loss during the MCO implementation. According to research that being done by SME Corporation, 97.7% of respondents from SME traders had to bear loss during the pandemic COVID-19. The things got worse when there are major arrests among Malaysian society regarding the government that allow the factory to operate while not allow the dine-in at restaurant. The restaurant owner had to bear loss when the dine-in in restaurant has not allowed during the MCO. The impact of economy to SMEs can be seen when many people lost job during pandemic, and it will affect the buying power. In this pandemic, the buying power of society will be decreased or low, which will directly give an impact to the sales of SMEs. The development of SME will not be achieved when there are many SMEs is having loss and bankrupt in their business. The issue is unregistered traders. During the pandemic, many small business has affected when their business cannot survive, which make the business go bankrupt. In order to prevent that happen, the government has taken an action by giving fund or assistance to the entrepreneur in Malaysia under the economic plan in order to support them to survive during the pandemic. The issue arises when there are many unregistered traders in Malaysia, which is they are not qualified to getting any assistance or fund by government. This is because their business are not considered as a valid business. According to the official website of SME Corporation Malaysia, small and medium company must register with Suruhanjaya Syarikat Malaysia (SSM). According to Datuk Seri Dr. Wan Junaidi Tuanku Jaafar, said that government has identified that more than 1.5 million small traders is not registered with SSM. The unregistered traders make the government hard to detect the exact amount of business to help in giving fund or assistance, and most importantly for the development in the SME in the future.
Hello, my name is Asma binti Noor Affendy, and I will explain about the implication on the issue.
Firstly is the implication on lower level marketing in small medium enterprise. The failure of the entrepreneurial in marketing strategy will lead to bankruptcy and liquidating the business. In terms of money, the entrepreneur may lose more than the amount of equity invested in the failing enterprise. Due to that, the employees in the organization also will be affected in a way that they might lose their job. This actively demonstrates that their career as an entrepreneur has been disrupted, as well as their future income will also be ruined. As we know that the role of small medium enterprise in Malaysia is significantly important as it has considered as the backbone of the economy. This is because small and medium-sized business SMEs promote economic development and cross-border commercial and investment, which contribute to the nation gross domestic product GDP. The issue arise in SME has given a huge impact in the economic sector as it will stop contributing to the nation output of goods and services as well as employment and government revenue through paying taxes. Secondly is the implication on SME due to the pandemic COVID-19. Due to the movement control order, non-essential companies were required to close temporarily. As a result, cash flow issue arise in a way that some enterprise reported that have zero income during that time. SME Malaysia National President Datuk Michael Kang said that the majority of SMEs have a limited financial flow whereby it will experience to be no cash inflow for at least 3 months. However, SME will still be required to pay full salary, rent and some statutory expenses. According to Shankar, nearly a third of SME, 33.3%, can only sustain cash flow until March and another 37.8% can only sustain until April. Despite the fact that commercial bank offer a 6-month moratorium period for all company loans, not all enterprises are able to take advantage of the offer since they use alternative method of financing such as financial leasing. Notwithstanding the increased availability of 100 billions loan to SME under the Prihatin package, just only 26.3% of SME found that the government aid through stimulus package will help them sustain their firm, while the other 77.6% of SME have yet to submit an application for the special assistance fund. This financial constraint could put them at the danger of bankruptcy if the confinement term is extended. For the unregistered business, they are not entitled to gain the government financial assistance for business, a coalition of trade and professional association. This will lead the workers to be jobless and have no future income. The government should explore providing a friendlier regulatory environment as well as efficient promotion incentive to encourage more enterprises in the informal sector to be registered. More enterprises in the informal sector would be registered if the regulatory framework were to be made more lenient. Eventually, this should be geared toward boosting employment and revenue development with more formalized SMEs.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Norhazwani binti Muhammad Razali and I will be presenting about the suggestions to improve the small medium enterprise in the country. Okay, it is noted that the government are doing their best to help the small medium enterprise SME to develop in the country. This is because day by day there are the increasing numbers of SME established in the market. People nowadays look at SME as one of the sources of income that can help them to survive daily life, especially during this current economic situation that force the people to search for extra income to enable them to live in a good condition and afford to buy the necessities. The first suggestions to improve the small medium entrepreneurship SME in this country is encouraging the SMEs to involve in the digitalization. This is one of the good actions that can be taken by the owner of the business to improve the productivity and make sure that it can generate a lot of income. During this era of millennium, digital economy is already implemented worldwide, as the new approach must be taken to stimulate the growth income of the country. Digitalization is an important thing nowadays, as there are a lot of technology advancement available in the country and in the world. Malaysia also moves toward the K economy, which related to the digitalization, or also known as information society, from production-based economy. The people nowadays also make the use of technology or digitalization as an important thing that can help them to ease the daily routine. A study from Malaysian Communications and Multimedia Commissions, MCMC, stated that there are 88.7% of internet users in 2020, which increased 1.3% from 87.4% in 2018. From that, there are 11.5 people who use internet more than 8 hours. This showed that people are very engaging with the technology, and it is the opportunity for the SMEs to promote and sell their products through online platform. However, as SMEs is mainly growing up from home-based business, there are several of them are only doing businesses using the traditional method, which does not include any digital transaction. In encouraging them to venturing into digital economy, the government is an important entity to give awareness to the SMEs and provide the platform for them to start digitalizing their business. Next, suggestions to improve small medium enterprise SMEs is the business owner should think to venture their products into R&D and innovations to increase the competitiveness. This is because to make sure that the business can compete in the market and having high demand, the innovation for the output is really important, as people, as the consumer, will choose the products that have a good quality and trending in the market. Based on the statistics of Malaysia Science and Technology Information Center, between 2012 to 2019, Global Innovation Index ranking of Malaysia has declined from 32 to 35. This is not a good sign, as the innovation actually helped the country to achieve the aim to be one of the high-income countries in the world. The innovation should also come from the SMEs, as they offer the products that have the high possibilities to undergo the innovation and R&D process to make sure it is more valuable and have a good quality. The good example to innovations of products that already happens in the country is the existence of variety of products that made from local fruits such as durian. This is one of the innovations that the local businesses succeed to implement until it arrives at the global market. The SMEs should take the opportunity given by the government to encourage the R&D and innovation through many channels such as Ministry of Science, Technology and Innovation, Industry Research and Development Grant Scheme, and commercializations of research and development findings. In the 8 Malaysian Plan RMK 8, a total of 1,428 million was spent to encourage the research and development in the country. Last but not least, the suggestions to improve and develop the small medium entrepreneurships SMEs is to strengthen the relationship with the potential investor and attract more foreign direct investment to invest in the SMEs market. Foreign direct investment is not new in the economy of the country. It is one of the main factors that contribute and boost the gross domestic product of the country. That is why it is important to attract more FDI to invest in the country, especially in the SMEs, because it helps the businesses to gain more financial resources and able to compete in the global market. A good relationship also will be giving the SMEs new hope to stand together with the multinational enterprises. The good relationship exists with the other country also can helps the country to improve the SMEs in terms of technological and skills transfer, such as the Japan-Malaysia economic relations, where there are programs where the Japanese technology transferred to Malaysia to enhance its competitive advantage. Besides of technological and skill transfer, the Malaysia's SMEs also can get opportunity to develop managerial skills, establishing new products, improve the quality of existing products, and also reduce costs. Through strong relationship with other developed country. In accordance with that, the SMEs must also work hard to gain the trust of the investor to ensure that the investor are confident to invest and see the benefits and advantage when they invest in the businesses. The government also needs to help the SMEs to know the path to get the opportunity to work with FDI and multinational enterprises so that they can get benefit from it, whereas the profit gained by the SMEs also contribute to the economic development of the country.
In conclusion, small and medium-sized enterprises constitute the backbones of any country's economy. So as a result, it is critical to keep an eye on their performance in order to improve their contribution through the use of various strategies. Malaysian SMEs provide significant contributions to the country's GDP, employment and export, and their contributions to the advancement of the economy are significantly greater in comparison to big companies. So that is why the Malaysian government is attempting to improve the Malaysian economy through the expansion of SMEs. It contributes on average despite mitigating variables that would have resulted in higher contribution. It is important to highlight that the influence of Malaysian SME cannot be underestimated. They must continue to increase output in order to be more productive and effective. With the present government's assistance, SME can still contribute to the economy in a variety of ways. So as a result, effective policy must be created by the Malaysian government and SMEs on it in order to enhance SMEs' performance in terms of GDP, employment, and also export. So that's all from us. Thank you and Assalamualaikum.